Okay, what we have here is the Scientific Parser by me. We have in the source line S equals decimeter, then a new formula S equals the cube root of 1 liter. That liter can be L, either a lowercase l or a uppercase L. Oh, let's evaluate it. You will get 1 decimeter. Okay, so a cube root of a liter, and a liter is equivalent to a cubic decimeter. So the cube root of a cubic decimeter equals 1 decimeter. S is basically the side length of that cube. Okay, so you see there. If I clear that and I evaluate, I get 1 decimeter. Now let's spice it up a bit. We put a minus in there. What is the cube root of minus 1 liter? Now we are in degrees mode. You see there, the default complex number mode is degrees. And I'm going to hit evaluate. Or I can hit enter. But for your purposes, where's that cursor? There is... the focus is a bit of an issue. Evaluate equals 1 angle 60 degrees decimeter. It's still 1 decimeter, but it's got a complex angle. That one is angled with a complex angle of 60 degrees. The reason for that is the minus 1 liter is actually equivalent to 1 liter angle 180 degrees. And I can show you it's true. If I would replace that minus with a complex angle like this of 180 underscore degree complex, you see it's now 1 times 180 degrees underscore degrees liter. It will give you the same answer. Remember, the answer is 1. Oh, this focus. 1 angle 60 degrees. I'm going to clear it just to make my point. I'm going to clear it so you still see the same answer, 160 degrees decimeter. Okay, so it's the same answer. Now if I take that away, and I put the minus sign back, I delete that 180 degree part and I put a minus there, you see, minus 1 liter, and I hit evaluate. The focus is just an issue. It's automatic, I cannot control it. You see no further solution, so it doesn't change a thing. I can hit that evaluate. It stayed 1 angle 60 degrees decimeter. Now let's see what it does in the other mode. That's degree mode. That is radians mode. If I click that one, we hit evaluate. That's the radians mode now, and it will be that. I hope you can see that. The focus is trying to pull the focus right. That's a radians mode answer. And I go to gradients mode. That's a default complex number mode, you know. Gradients mode, it evaluate. That will be the gradients answer of that 60 degrees, you see. 66.666 repetitive gradients, grad, underscore grad, decimeter. It's still 1 decimeter, but just swiveled with that angle of 66.666 gradients. Then pi radians mode, per mode, you see. Hope you can see that. This focus is terrible. But that's supposed to be per, that stands there. Per, what? You see the per mode, you see. It's clear. It evaluate. Where's that cursor? Just find the cursor. Okay, it evaluate. Right, and it's a third pi radians. There's 2 pi radians in a circle, you see. So 360 degrees is equivalent to 2 pi radians. Now that is a third of a pi radians. Third of pi radians. Now it's my own invention, pi radians. It's basically pi times radians. It's not just radians, you see. So that is 60 degrees, or a third of 180 degrees. 180 degrees is basically 1 pi radian. Now I'm going to go to R and the X and Y of a unit vector, or RXA mode. It's the same the same radius of 1. It will be the same basically, because the answer is 1 decimeter. So that's RXA mode, you see that, R and then the XA in parentheses of the coordinate, the complex coordinate of that's not a polar mode, that is a rectangular mode. There's two rectangular mode and 4 polar modes. As a 4 polar modes, and that is a 2 rectangular modes, RXA mode and IXA mode. Okay. Let's see what you get. There you will get your coordinates, 0.5, 0.866 decimeter. Now, if you apply Pythagoras, you square that 0.5 and you square then 0.86660 to 5, and you add it together, and then you pull the square root, you will get exactly 1. Okay? So but the answers will be the same, because the answer is 1 decimeter anyway. But let's try IXA mode. Basically, IXA mode will be the total X and Y value, and the RXA mode will have the R radius times the X and Y of a unit vector. That's the difference between those two. So RXA mode is a radius like in the polar mode, multiply by the X and Y of a unit vector, and IXA mode will be 1 times the total X by the total Y value. So that's the difference between it. So we are now in IXA mode, and if I hit evaluate, there should not be a change to the answer. Exactly the same answer, you see. Because if you have an answer of 1 decimeter of an angle, it doesn't change between IXA and RXA mode. Both has 1 as radius. Okay, so that is it. What can I tell you more? Let's go back to degrees mode. Oh, it's loading somewhere, something. Okay, then you will get to 60 degrees there. Okay, so if I remove the 1, the minus there, I will only get 1 decimeter. You see. I'm just going to show you the modes. Let's clear everything. So if I want say RXA mode, I just type in RXY mode. Now we are in degrees mode of DAG mode. So if I hit evaluate, it will switch on that first polar mode or RSA mode, and there you got it. You see it's now in RSA mode. You see where the radio button is now. R and paraphesis XY. IXA mode, I type IXA mode, and it's evaporative commands. I type IXA mode. Must see there. IXA mode. Oh, the focus is terrible. But it's supposed to be IXA mode, like a word there. And it will switch to that last radio button. You see that? Oh, the focus is just terrible of this cell phone. Just won't focus. Let's see, it's on IXA mode. Yeah, there you see it. Okay, it has evaporated. And then now, you see it's on IXA mode. Eh? Focus issues. Problematic. Then I want it back to degrees mode, say, or rad mode, or grad mode, or per mode. I type in deg mode there. DE mode, MODE. Suppose you focus issue, eh? Focus issue. Deg mode, you see, if I hit evaluate, it will evaporate, and then we will be in degrees mode. So from the command line you can, or the source line, you can also set those modes. That's 6 modes there. The first 3 is the angular ones, is the polar modes, and the coordinate modes are the 2 rectangular modes. The first one is RXA mode, or radius and the y value of a unit vector coordinate. And the second one is 1 times the total x and y of the total vector from 0 to the point. And the point can have units. Okay, so that's the difference of those last 2. The first one is RSA mode, the second one is IXA. The 1 is I, because if you type 1 Isaac here, that's basically my name. It's a unit for unity, basically, because there's no such SI unit. If I say 1, the focus. I don't know why I can't get the focus right on this phone. It's really problematic. You have no control over automatic focusing. Sorry, it irritates me now. It won't focus. 1 I Z A K, or just an I. 1 Isaac, and you will see if I evaluate it, it will only be 1. You see. So obviously you must, when you use a unit like Isaac, you can put a M there, like milli, 1 milli Isaac, and 1 milli Isaac will be 0.00. You see, that's the nice thing of a unit. And I can take obviously the ZAC part away, just keep the capital I, and I'm going to clear it so that you can see it will still be 1000 or 0.001. See, 1 milli I. So IXA mode means 1, and the total x and the total y of the coordinates. So basically you can ignore the 1. So that's just total coordinate in complex mode. So that's the true rectangular mode, is IXA mode. And then you get your 4 polar modes. And the RXA mode is just if you want the R separated and only the x and y of the unit vector. Okay. It's just a focus. I have no solution to this focus issue, so I'm going to stop the video now. Okay. It won't focus, eh? Just sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. It's not the best cell phone I have, maybe. Bye.